Good afternoon. Welcome back. My name is Mr. Mellick, and today I'm going to show you how to make a wooden mallet. I have all the pieces. They will be cut out for you, and all of your kits you can pick up in the main office. Today, at home, you will probably need some type of hammer, mallet, or a flat rock that you can drive the dowel rods down in through the holes of the hammer head that I've all pre-drilled for you. And in your kit, there should be some wood glue. It is in a Mr. Goodsense bottle or a bottle such similar to that. It is not candy. It is not frosting. Do not eat it. It is wood glue. And there should also be a piece of sandpaper in there for you to sand it when you are done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start assembling my hammer by putting some glue on it, and I'll let you see this whole process here. So, and I'm going to choose the best side that I want to face out. So when I put these two together, I want this to be on the inside right here, and I want this notch right here, that's kind of nasty, to be on the inside. So when I put these two together, my handle that I'm holding doesn't have that nasty on the outside. Same with this piece, it's got these chips. I'm going to want those on the inside. And then this piece here, it's got one little chip right here, and I want that on the inside. So now I've got it laid out. I'm going to undo it all so I can see a little more. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this. Like that. So there's my glue. And I can take my finger and rub it in so that the glue is all over the surface area. Or I can use another stick. I can do whatever. It does not matter. It is entirely up to you. I'm going to take my other piece. I'm going to set it right on top. I'm going to push it down a little bit. If you have a little bit of glue squeeze out on the sides, that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to take my next piece. I'm going to glue it in. Now my next piece, I don't need glue down here, so I'm not putting glue there. I'm just going to put glue there. Line that up. And it lines up better. The holes are supposed to line up, but you kind of want to be watching that just to make sure that they still do. Not everything is perfect. I tried to get it close for you all. And here's this. Lining that up. Do that now. Comes the pegs. You take your pegs. You're going to drive them on through. Let's see where we're hitting at here. We've kind of hit the stopping point. I'm lining this up. Trying to, at least. There it is. That one's bottomed out. Grab the next one. Start driving it through. Next one. Drive it through. Next one. Drive it through. Okay, so now on the back side, we got a little bit that needs to come out yet down here, and I've got a little bit of peg left out here, so I can adjust that in a second. I'm going to take my hammer handle here, drive that peg through. I'm going to drive this peg through. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to leave it off the edge of the table a little bit. I'm going to do that. The thing you want to make sure is that all of these layers, they are squished tight, and you have a little bit of glue squeeze out. Now, you're going to want to let this sit overnight to dry, so then you'll come back in tomorrow and you'll be able to do the next part. The purpose of the pegs is to give it strength. Instead of using screws, the pegs give it strength to hold it all together while the glue is drying. You do not need to pull them out later. Our next step will be to come in and sand all these off and sand them down. That's why I've given you the sandpaper. And what you're going to do is you're going to take it, lay it flat, and sand it off. If you have access to a power tool, you're more than welcome to use a power tool to sand these off. If you want to use a handsaw and cut these off and get them smooth, that's fine. The real purpose for the sandpaper is to sand the pegs down and to take the handle and roll it so the corners aren't so sharp. So, give me just a few minutes here. I'm not going to have you watch me sand, and I'll be right back. Some of the tools that I've used to shape my hammer would be this disc belt sander, and I'll show you here how I've done that with mine. Some of you may not have access to that, which is one reason why I gave you the sandpaper. You can shape it by hand, or you can, if you have access to power tools, you can do it like this. I'll show you here. What I'm doing here is I'm taking this rolled edge here, I'm making this edge round. So see how this corner's square? All I'm doing is I'm rolling it over. So now it's not a sharp, blunt edge on that corner, so it's not going to cut me. I realize that some of you will not have power tools at home or the ability to do that, which is one reason why I've given you this sandpaper. And if you take the sandpaper and just go back and forth across the corner here, it does the same thing, and it gives you a nice rolled edge as well. It's just not as fast nor as convenient, but it still gives you that nice rolled edge. What I do want you to do on your handle is I do need you to roll the handle part. You don't have to roll any of this up here. But once you're done, you should have a nice, decent mallet. And what I would like for you to do on your mallet, so that you know that it is yours, is put your name on the top of the mallet with a Sharpie, and then send me a email or upload a picture or text me a picture of you with your hammer and your name. So if your name is Cooper, then you would write Cooper across the top, and then you'd send a picture of you with your hammer where I can see the name Cooper smiling or holding up your hammer, and send that to me in an email. So this is how you build your plywood hammer. Remember that the plywood, the grains go one way and then the other way, and they're alternating to give it added strength. There's always an odd number of plies in the plywood to give it that strength. And this will give you something that you can use to build the next project, which I am hoping to be able to send home shortly. I'm looking into doing a little bench for your bathroom, or a little step stool or something you can stand on for your little cousins, or so that way if you're short like myself, you can reach the top shelf in the kitchen. Thanks.